Hello, this is Senator Sandy Pappas, and welcome to my video e-letter. We had a wonderful 2013 legislative session, and I just want to run over a few of the highlights for me. Of course, one of the most important things that happened this year is we passed the Minnesota version of the DREAM Act, or the Prosperity Act as the kids renamed it. And this means that undocumented students who have played by the rules, gone to a Minnesota high school, graduated, will be able to attend college at in-state tuition rates and be eligible for financial aid and scholarships. I just truly believe that young people are our future and that these young people from other countries are going to be with us. They feel like they're Minnesota students, and they really deserve the right to pursue their dream of a college education and then be productive citizens contributing to our society into the future. Another big victory was for the unions. We did get out of the way. The state said, okay, you unions, if you want to organize family daycare providers, if you want to organize personal care attendants, you have the authorization to do that. The state will negotiate. If you get a union organized, then the state will negotiate with you. And this was very controversial. In fact, we had a 17-hour debate in the Minnesota Senate. We broke a record, and the House had a 10-hour debate. And it was controversial back in the 70s when the Public Employee Labor Relations Act was passed into statute to allow teachers to organize, to allow police, firefighters, and other state and local government employees to organize. So the same kind of arguments were used then that were used now in this case. But you must remember that this just gives these workers a choice. If they decide not to organize a union, then they have a 4-year window to do it. And if they decide not to, they can't make the decision within 4 years, then the authority goes away. But I'm very excited, and they were very excited, and the halls were filled with people yelling for days and chanting for days that they wanted a union. So that was a big victory. Something else that I've been working on for years and has been very important to me is early childhood scholarships, early childhood education. I was one of the co-authors of the School Readiness Program over 20 years ago, and all-day kindergarten. So we have the early childhood scholarships for low-income families to help get their kids really ready for school, and the all-day kindergarten for everyone else. And I just know that will ease up middle-class families' lives, having their children in one place and getting relief from the high costs of daycare. Sex trafficking, that's something else that I've worked on quite a bit over the last few years, and now we have decriminalized prostitution for young women under 18. They're to be treated as victims. It's a victim-centered approach. And taken to safe shelters, not locked up in juvenile hall or in jail, and provided with therapeutic services to try to get their lives back together again. Very, very tragic situations. A lot of people call it sex slavery. It should not be happening in our country or anywhere in the world. This is not a choice. These young girls don't say when they're 13 years old, average age of entrance into prostitution, that right now, or when I grow up, or right now, I want to be a prostitute. They're vulnerable young people, and it happens to them, not for them. So we're getting that infrastructure in place. We're not all the way there yet, so I'll be back next year to work on that. Finally, big disappointment, we didn't do a major capital bonding bill. So I lost funding for the expansion and remodeling of the Children's Museum, and we didn't get our Science Center on the west side for Metro State. But we did get the money for the Capitol, and the Capitol is the people's house. And we really have to take care of it, because otherwise in the next few years it could be at a tipping point. Can you imagine if we would have to tear down the Capitol and rebuild it? So you may have noticed scaffolding on the outside of the building. They're shoring up the outside and repairing that. And we will be moving into a new office building that will be just north of the Capitol that will be swing space and permanent space for some of our staff and members, while the inside of the Capitol is gutted and the HVAC systems, heating, ventilating, air conditioning systems, not real glamorous, but it needs to be done, are totally upgraded and updated. And then we'll be putting the Capitol all back together again, and you'll have a beautiful building once again. So I've enjoyed communicating with you over the session. I enjoyed receiving all of your emails and your letters. Please do stay in touch and have a wonderful summer. Thank you.